Hello, this is Kyle. I'd like to do a video today on one of my favorite sets in the hockey collecting community. And it's for the product brand Fleer Showcase or Fleer Retro. And it's going to be about the precious metal gem inserts. Now, we're going to be talking a little bit about prices as far as popularity in the hobby, where it translates, and just running through each and every year, the parallels, and a few more things, any tidbits of information I can add to help clarify for some people, get some information out there for you, and hopefully get you interested as much as I am in this. So we'll just start showing off some of the cards and then making some notes here. So the first set for hockey was actually in a Fleer Retro product in the lockout season 2012-2013. And as you can see, all the precious metal gems are parallels of the Metal Universe cards. And for this year specifically, there was only three. There was a red, a blue, and a green. And the red here, you can see Tavares, is 2 of 100. So the reds were 2 of 100. And how they make these cards is just a typical card stock, and then they have a colored foil with some texture or etching, however you want to look at it, on the card. And depending on the year, there may be something in the background. It all varies. It's all interesting. So here you can see one, and I have a plethora of these. This is a 2013-2014, and this is where the product went from Fleer Retro to Fleer Showcase. And it ends in 2016-2017 set. And as you can see, it has a firework pattern. And again, there's three parallels, the red, the blue, and the green for the 13-14 set. And surprise, surprise, they're numbered different for 13-14, and the reds are to 75, another John Tavares. And what's so beautiful about these, especially in this year, is unlike how condition sensitive this is in the front with the foil, makes for serious chipping issues. This year, usually, unless you get some corner dings out of the pack, the front is immaculate, and the only worry you have is this dark black border on the back. Gets chipped up a lot. It's very condition sensitive. Same with the top border here. I have no idea how they cut them, but not very well. And each color has a different pattern. So there's a firework for the reds. And then as we move on, I don't think I might have some blues, but you'll see the different patterns. Here we have a Sidney Crosby. Same thing, 75 firework patterns. So what popularized the precious metal gem insert was basketball. And these were produced in basketball in the 90s. Sorry, I'll just pause to say this is the 2016-17 set. And they are numbered to 150 for the Reds. But what popularized this was the basketball community in the 90s. And this came out of Fleer products. And the original Fleer Retro is actually designed, the 12-13 year, is designed after the 97-98 original Fleer Precious Metal Gems cards in basketball. Now they have a serious niche, and we'll stop here again. Here's the pattern for the Blues for 13-14, Brad Marchand, and they're numbered to 25. Give you a good look. So the basketball community has a serious niche of high dollar collectors, or collectors with a lot of money, that delve into the precious metal gems. If you have them in hand, the foil or the patterns and the etching, they pop. I mean, they just come off the card, and they're so beautiful in person. People are willing to spend a lot of money in basketball for those. for the Stars. As you can see, they have the city of Boston in the background as well for the 13-14. And here's the McKinnon rookie year. Again, blue to 25. And so this set, the 13-14 set, getting a little off track from the basketball perspective, but not so much. This actually is designed after, once again, another basketball precious metal gem set, and it's the 97-98 championship set. So in that set, they have, I don't know how to describe it, these circular hollow patterns. It's insane, the eye appeal on them. But the background in the basketball, and just like in the hockey, is the city of the team that they play for. So this is Colorado's skyline, and they did that in basketball. And so with that, I'll also state that hockey reproduced the images, or did throwback images for the 12-13 sets. The 13-14 set, those were both the 97 sets, and the 98 and 99 set, I believe, for basketball is the 14-15 set. And they have the same design and backgrounds, or similar backgrounds. So this is a 16-17 blue to 50. They're to 50 for this year. This is the McDavid. There's a few that I have at ComC as well that I haven't shipped to myself as of yet. So still receiving more as time goes on. Here's a Crosby. Again, just the foil is just beautiful in the pattern. Just beautiful cards. And on this set, very sensitive to chipping on the top. Mentioned that in another video because of the black. And then the foil does get chipped a lot at the top. And then the corners are generally iffy. It's case by case. So basketball popularized that. A lot of money has been spent on precious metal gems, and they've been sought out. Now, it took about a 20 to 30, a 20-year, kind of a 20-year breakout. Some history behind the basketball sets. The greens that now sell for thousands for the original set used to be traded for 70 or sold for $70 to $100 for years by dealers from release, maybe till 8-10 years after. Once things like this dry out and people start to appreciate them, money tends to flow back into them. Now, hockey is not as big of a market as basketball, barely as big as a market. So will the same amount of dollars, or will there even be close to the same amount of dollars? No, but I think it's all relative. And as old school as hockey collectors can be, I believe the newer people who are transitioning and collecting a wide variety of sports will be able to appreciate these, and they might just be highly collectible in the future. As for why I go after them, there's a little bit of that factor, and there's also a little bit of, well, not a little bit, a lot of the factor that they're just beautiful cards. And you can pick them up so cheap for hockey. I mean, they're pennies on the dollar in comparison to basketball. So here's a green. These are 210 in the 12-13 retro set. This is Marc-Andre Fleury. As you can see, super condition sensitive on the front with the foil. All of the color variants are for this year. And on the back, generally in much better condition, unless you have a copy that is being chewed up by a dog. And 6 of 10 there. Continue to kind of scroll through these here. You have a Landeskog. Again, I can only mention it so much on this year, the 12-13 retro, that the front and the foil is always going to be chipped. You'd be hard pressed to find a 10 or even a 9 on any card. And grading these, you shouldn't expect too much. For grading purposes, you just might want it graded to better protect the card. Maybe it'll be a little bit more, how would you put it? If you grade a lot of cards, and you want it to have some consistency, just grade them to keep that consistency in your collection, or just because you want it authenticated as well. Here we have a Tavares, same year. And to give you an idea, I've been buying these up for the last few years. And they've gradually become more expensive. I've noticed that there's been a couple of collectors who have gotten into them and started buying some up. And it's caused a little bit of competition. At the same time, I think there's a few other people that I don't know of who've been buying these up as well. There's a few cards that, as of late, in the last couple of months, I've been trying to buy and keep on being outbid on. Due to various factors. I'd also like to mention for this set, the 12-13 set, there is a total of 60 cards in the set. And I'll also announce the 13-14 is 42, 14-15, which you will see some of quite soon, has a total of 42 as well. The 15-16 set has a total of 30. As you can see, the green has a different pattern here. And it's not fish eyes, but kind of optical illusion circles there. Very interesting. And the 16-17 set has 50 cards in the set. To give you an idea, there are rookies in every year. 15-16 is only rookies. Give you a better understanding of the sets and what to chase if you're looking for them. This is Zach Parise. And we have some graded ones as well here. This was way back I bought this. This was super cheap. I think people see a grade of 9 and they don't want to put out the money, but there are some years that are harder to grade. But overall, all the precious metal gem inserts from hockey from every year have a variety of issues when grading, and only the 16-17 is a little bit easier, where you can squeak in a 9.5 or a 10 once in a while. Generally, you're just going to see 9s, so this is your average grade, or one that you'd be happy with for this type of set. So a 9 should be getting a somewhat of a premium, and a 9.5 would be like getting a BGS 10 or PSA 10 and other sets. Well, in my opinion. Go graded, and then another one from the 13-14. Green as well. Again, all the greens are numbered to 10. The blues vary by year. Same with the reds. Then once we get further in, I will show off the fourth parallel that started in 15-16 and ended in 16-17 with the end of the product. And that Elias was a rookie, and so is this McKinnon. This McKinnon is a rookie, 210, 2 of 10. Very beautiful card. And personally, this is one of the few cards I'd seek after for rookies for McKinnon. So now we'll get into the 14-15 set. We haven't shown off any of this. I only have greens of this set. And as you can see, it is most likely the least attractive year for all the sets. And if you're seeing some scratches on the semi-rigids, that is only on the semi-rigids. They're quite old. Just store them in here because it saves space. As you can see, it's kind of like an expanding and collapsing diamond. And you can kind of get a whole different feel for it. And for this set, all of them are numbered to 100. All of them are printed. Well, there's only 100 printed out of all the parallels totaled up. And the first 10 are printed in green. 11 to 35 is printed in blue. And then the rest after that are red. So Claude Giroux, beautiful. Move on here to a John Tavares, same pattern. There's only a few issues that you'll see on this set as well. This is a little bit of an easier grading one, but it's always the black on the back, the black cardstock. Very easily chipped. All the cardstocks on the back tend to be easily chipped. And as you can see, except for the 12-13, that's always the front. Yeah, Phil Kessel, you get a variety of players. Some players you'll only see in one of the sets. Others you'll see in every single one, except for the 15-16 sets, due to it being only rookies. So you get variety. Like a Crosby, you could have 30 to 40 greens because of all the different years he was printed in. And some guys you'll only have one green ever printed. So he was only in a specific year, like Kessel. So Crosby here, 14-15. And again, not the most attractive year, but when it's Crosby and you can pick them up for cheap, why not? I'll get into a rookie here as well. And this is Leon Draisaitl having a very good year. So this is his rookie PMG and his green to 10. Well, only 10 printed here. Again, black corner, having an issue, and you might be able to see some chipping as well. Now we'll get into the 15-16 set. I don't think we've seen any of these in the video yet. So Colton Parayko rookie. Again, all rookies, this full set. This year was the start of purples, which were 2.5. So an even more exclusive short print than the greens. And those are also very beautiful. The greens in this might be the second hardest set as far as condition goes. The foil is on the front is susceptible to chipping, just like the 12-13, and the back has a lot of black. And this also sees a lot of chipping and wear. So again, green to 10. Beautiful sets. And to show you what I mean, here's a purple. This is a Rantanen rookie. We had some record-setting price recently for a 8.5 McDavid green to 10. And that went for $32.50 US. Quite a price. And again, like I said, the 8.5 still managed to pull in big bucks because it's a very difficult grade on these, 4 or 5. Very nice. This is the most exclusive print run. They've only printed 2 years of the purple, as Fleer is now discontinued. So what a card to have. And now we can get into the 16-17. So as you see here, we have Tavares again. I have quite a few Tavares greens, 8 of 10. And this is my favorite year because the 16-17 is an original design, just like the 15-16, but it also includes veterans and rookies. So you can have a mix with an original design, not just rookies. And Lawson Krause is a rookie in this year. Very nice. We'll showcase another graded one, and this is a Crosby this time. And again, green. I've gone with Beckett for the greens as they were a little bit earlier on that I bought these. I had the opportunity to submit with Beckett a lot easier than PSA. Although I would lean more towards PSA now. It's just a personal preference. I think they look better in the holders. And these are a little bit thicker, a little bit chunkier. It takes more space to store them. But this is a great grade to 10. Very nice. And now we'll get into the last section here. And what I'd equate the hockey version of Michael Jordan of the PMGs. And this is McDavid, 16-17, so second year. It is not his rookie year. This is the purple PMG. It's a mint 9. I got this on a great deal. I believe I happened to pay somewhere around $500 US. Well worth it considering there's only 5 and there's only one other set of purples, and that's his rookie year. I don't think I'd manage to get those. They're a little bit too pricey, but I can substitute with this. I have not seen another one of these sold ever. This is the only one I've ever seen online for sale at any time. And now we'll start getting into what I've been personally working on is the 16-17 purple set, purple PMGs to 5. We have a Crosby here, very good condition. This is a nice surprise. I paid quite a sum for that, I think in the $300 to $400 US range. And these have all been picked up at various times. Here's a Larkin. This was on Facebook. This was a little bit cheaper, 1 of 5, maybe in the $50 range. This Kane, very nice, clean on the front. Back is 3 of 5. A little bit of a rounded corner, you'll see that. Got that Kane on sports cards form for about $25, $30 when I first started searching these. So you'll get a variety of price ranges. They have gone up quite a bit for purples as of late, and you won't find any under a $50 mark for some of the US, for some of the worst players out of these sets. And they have gone up gradually. I've slowly acquired these, and at the beginning they were very cheap, $30, $50 max for your veterans and average rookies or lower than average rookies. As slowly started to climb up as I've acquired quite a few, and the market is barren for these. Finding these is proving to be very difficult, and just an issue in general is there's so many sources to find these on, between forums, how to find the people on forums, Facebook, eBay. They may be spread out. People who pull them may not want to give them up, or they won't know what they have, or how to list it properly. Now, saying that, when you do get the opportunity, some people, because of the numbering or they don't know much about the sets, will expect prices way above what you want to pay. And it's hard to pay big prices for guys who might not really command big prices in the future, because it is hockey and it's geared towards the very few superstars is where the money at, because there's fewer collectors. And guys like your Matthew Tkachuk, this is a rookie, where the rookie starts. Guys like this are great players, but again, they're not in the McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon level, and they just won't see as much money because you don't have a market like basketball in which millions upon millions of people are watching. Lots of money is spent in the hobby. There's only a few guys on the court at the time. There's 5 starters and a bench in basketball. Meanwhile, there's 4 lines of forwards and defense and a goaltender for every hockey team. So spread out, less money, less collectors. It's just difficult to expect prices that you see in basketball, and I'm not willing to pay basketball prices for these. Although I am willing to shell out for the big cards, for the big money cards, big players, because I believe in the value appreciation of this set. Now that it's discontinued, there are only X amount out there. They will not be produced again. Very beautiful cards, and once people look back and appreciation starts, you may see a significant price rise very rapidly, as you saw in basketball. Now, not to the same level, but paying $50, $60 US for a Konechny rookie to 5, your average basketball rookie to 10, the green, no name would be thousands. You might be able to see 3 figures on these someday, and I don't mind that investment for how beautiful they look. And it's not just an investment. This has been such a fun set to put together. It's been challenging. It's already taken years, and I'm closing in on halfway for just this 1 year. And the last big card here, and this is Matthew's rookie. Just beautiful. And hopefully I can get these off to PSA. I'll end with this one while I talk over for a little bit. Now, I would like to get all my purples slabbed in a PSA case. And I will keep on buying doubles and triples in the hopes that I can have the highest grade set of these, a full set. And if you happen to have any, please let me know. Obviously, I'm buying, but hopefully you can follow my journey. I'll always make updates when there's ads. And this is the biggest project that I have in the hobby amongst all sports. And I believe once this is finished, it'll be nice on the conscience. It'll be easier on the wallet. And it'll just be such a fun set to have displayed and be able to show off. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I've informed you a little bit and you've seen the beauty of these precious metal gems for hockey. And we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully a calm sea mail day.